Well, freight rates seemingly have collapsed, down 40% since the month of June. The cost of contracting the largest ships has taken an even bigger tumble. Commodity reporter Michael Whitney has this story and how this trend is affecting the commodity markets right now. Michael, what are you seeing here? A 40% drop in shipping. You got to be saving some costs there for retailers and the like.
Well, actually, the drop in the biggest ships, these are the Cape-size vessels. These are the vessels that are about 150,000 deadweight tons. They've dropped even more sharply.
Is that what this is here?
Actually, this is the Baltic Dry Index. This is the index of what it costs to ship dry bulk freight. And this is the Cape-size index here on the left. You can see that the drop-off from June is rather, it's just alarming right now. What's happened, they've built way too many boats. And because the freight rates are so low, we've seen some very dynamic and interesting freight movements that we've never actually seen. Take, for example, we've seen coal go from Richards Bay in South Africa to China. That hasn't happened since 2002. We've seen very large crude containers go from Colombia to Mumbai. So because low freight rates are out there, we're seeing odd movements. We've also seen sugar move from Argentina to India. So things that we haven't seen in a while, and it's because they've just built way too many boats.
So why such price pressure? Just because there's such a competition with so many boats available, so many shippers available?
That's exactly what's happened. If you talk to a lot of the analysts here, I talked to Jim Wong of Nomura Securities, they've just built way too many boats. And because there was so much demand for Chinese iron ore in the first half of the year due to the stimulus package, they kept receiving the boats even though they had a very full fleet, and they demolished fewer boats, which they typically do. So there are just way too many boats around, and people don't see that that's going to dissipate anytime in the future. If you look at the order book is how many boats they have ordered going into the future. It takes around 8 to 10 years to build one of these very large boats. Well, that order book now stands at 5 times the existing fleet. So over the next 10 years, you can expect there to be 5 times more Cape-sized vessels, and this is pushing prices and putting a lot of pressure on prices. Now, the good news here is that it just makes commodities a little bit cheaper. There's two components to the commodities. There's the FOB price, that's the cost of the commodity where you get it, and then there's also the shipping cost to move it from where they make it to where they consume it. And like all commodities, they flow to where people pay the most for them. Lower freight rates means lower commodity costs potentially.